News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Well, the jury is in deliberation for the Ashley Wynn case.
And Valley Electric Association says goodbye to their former CEO. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell, Eunette Gentry. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Jurors hear the final words from the defense and prosecution. It's Tuesday, July 2nd. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Eunette Gentry.
Well, this afternoon, jurors are deciding the fate of a single mom who is facing years in jail if convicted of causing a death related to a tragic accident. We have a rundown of yesterday's court proceedings in the Ashley Wynn case, which is being heard now in district court.
Yesterday, the trial for 25-year-old local mom Ashley Wynn continued. This case has Wynn facing charges of a DUI-related accident resulting in death in connection to the fatal auto crash that took the life of 33-year-old Christine Weir and injured her then 33-year-old fiancé Brian Schwanier on September 24, 2016 at the intersection of Honeysuckle and Dandelion Streets. Yesterday, the defense attorney Adam Vanderhayden brought forth witness Dan Berkable, who testified about the importance of inversion after a blood draw. He said the vials of blood must be tipped from top to bottom at least 10 times to prevent blood clots from forming. There was nothing in the reports to indicate that that was done.
There wasn't much said except the blood was drawn. There was no indication that that the blood was inverted. That's very important.
And what does inverted mean for the jury? We don't know what that means.
Well, it's actually a requirement. In Metro's manual, it's required inverted 10 times.
What does that mean?
That means you have a tube like here, you're supposed to go like this 10 times because there's powder. 2 powders in that tube that are antibacterial and keep it from coagulating. And if you don't, I spoke to one nurse and she said, how many times, she asked me this question, how many times do you invert that? Because I even see powder after 10 times still in the bottom of the tube.
He also said if there was any alcohol in the stomach prior to eating, the accident could cause a higher than normal reading because of the sphincter closing. He said from the details in the report he watched on CD and read, it was his opinion the blood test results were in a range they could have been lower. He testified that he has smelled alcohol on a person in those circumstances and were not impaired. Also, he said a PBT or breath test should have been taken so extrapolation wouldn't be needed. The expert for the prosecution, Denise Heineman, was recalled, and she said lack of inversion did not affect her report or the test.
And today, the defense and prosecution held their closing arguments in that case involving Wynn, which resulted in the death of Christine Weir and the serious injury of her fiancé, Brian Schwanier. Closing arguments ended just before 3:40 p.m. today, and jurors left the courtroom to begin deliberations shortly afterward in the Ashley Wynn trial. She is facing a possible sentence of 2 to 20 years if she is found guilty of the 2 charges she is facing: DUI causing death and DUI causing bodily harm. Today's closing proceedings started with Judge Lane reading all of the lengthy jury instructions aloud because the defense says a key person connected to this case was discussing the case with people at the local post office. There was another point of contention today: whether or not our KPVM news crew should be allowed to continue our Facebook Live coverage of today's closing proceedings. Defense attorney Adam Vanderhayden says he's worried about his client's safety, so why take a chance of the public knowing her exact exact whereabouts and case happenings, to which Judge Robert Lane agreed. So News 25 was forced to stop the live court recording. Then other points of contention were brought up as prosecutor Michael Vieta-Cabell stated that we've seen all three ways a defendant can be found guilty of DUI. Number one, time, because 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 30 seconds after the crash, Wynn's blood alcohol content was 0.10. Then an hour later, Wynn's blood alcohol content was tested again at 0.08. Both levels above the legal limit. Blood alcohol content was also the point number 2 brought up, and it was the criteria number of 0.08. Contention point number 3, if the jurors are convinced that the defendant was under the influence, then they would be able to convict Ashley Wynn. That was the main sticking point for the defense, who says the facts just don't add up, and that many testifying witnesses did not state that they observed Wynn appear to be impaired. Defense says if they did not testify about it, then he has to act as if that evidence does not exist, further trying to raise doubt about Wynn's impairment. The defense attorney also pointed out a possible margin of error regarding blood tests. The prosecution rebutted by telling jurors that the blood testing expert took care to account for any irregularities. He also pointed out that people who had been drinking themselves were the ones who did not state that they observed Wynn being impaired. Judge Lane will check to see where jurors are at 5 p.m. today and to see if they have made a final decision. This is Eunette Gentry reporting for News 25. And KPVM TV will let you know when that verdict is reached in this case. We'll update that on our local Pahrump Facebook page. And of course, we'll bring you televised updates right here on News 25.
That's right. We'll return right after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, Valley Electric Association reports that effective yesterday, Monday, July 1st, the former CEO, Angela Evans of Valley Electric, is no longer employed at the electrical cooperative. Richard Peck, who is the interim CEO, will continue to serve. Evans was arrested by the Nye County Sheriff's Office for embezzlement in February of this year, stemming from work that they say was done on her home in the winery area of Pahrump that police say was allegedly charged to VEA in the amount of $75,000. Valley Electric says that the board has begun the process of finding a permanent CEO. This process could take several months. The reasons for Evans' separation from the company while she was on paid leave following the arrest is unknown. Valley Electric assured members that they found no wrongdoing when they conducted an independent internal investigation.
And turning to other local court proceedings, Clifton Pappas decided to plead guilty instead of having a judge or jury hear his case involving the shooting death of 3 dogs.
44-year-old Clifton Pappas pled guilty yesterday to cruelty to animals, torture, maiming, killing animals in district court. Pappas has been charged with shooting to death 3 of his dogs. 2 of them died immediately and the other one 5 days later. The suspect reportedly was intoxicated when the incident occurred on Jane Avenue in May of this year here in Pahrump. Pappas reportedly told police that he was allowed to shoot his animals on his property and that he was upset because his wife had allegedly cheated on him. Testimony in court revealed that Pappas, who was allegedly the director of an animal rescue, was about to shoot a horse that the couple owned when the police arrived at the location and stopped him. Yesterday, District Court Judge Robert Lane declined a request for an own recognizance release from jail, citing a flight risk. Clifton Pappas' sentencing is scheduled for August 26 at 9 a.m. And the Nevada Department of Transportation warns travelers that State Route Highway 160 blasting is resuming on Monday, July 8th at 11:45 in the morning through Mountain Springs in Clark County. Motorists can expect up to 2-hour travel delays.
And another tragic accident is being reported north of town on Highway 95 Monday afternoon.
Nevada Highway Patrol reports that one person died as a result of a two-vehicle accident that occurred yesterday afternoon on Highway 95 at mile marker 50 here in Nye County. Another person inside a red Pontiac Firebird was airlifted in critical condition to a trauma center in Las Vegas. Both of those individuals were reportedly inside the Firebird. The collision occurred between the red vehicle and a dark color pickup truck on the highway. The pickup truck driver was reportedly alert and ambulatory, according to Nevada Highway Patrol. The crash is under investigation. And we spoke to Paula Elefante, who discusses the upcoming fundraiser for the annual powwow.
We have, actually it's our first ever fundraising dinner, and I'm really excited about it. The VFW is hosting it, and so we'll be there on Saturday, July 6th, and you can come in anytime between 4 and 7 and for dinner. It is a donation. The suggested minimum donation is $10. We've got to cover the cost of food and maybe make a little bit of money. It's chicken fried steak, which I just love, mashed potatoes, gravy, and you get your choice of white or brown gravy, corn, rolls, salad, and then we have a donation of cakes and pies and yummy desserts. Yeah. The best part, you know, the part you go for first, that's being donated, and I believe those are going to be sold for like $1 a slice of cake or $1 a slice of pie or something like that. And we'll have brown bag surprise raffles. Wow. So I don't know what's going to be in the bag, but you can buy tickets and to go towards that bag. It'll be fun. This fundraiser is for the powwow. And people go, oh yeah, the powwow, that's really cool. And we have lots of fun at the powwow, but it costs lots of money to do the powwow. And since there's not a federally recognized tribe here in Pahrump, there's not an Indian casino, there's not an Indian smoke shop, there's no resources. And our committee is not, I mean, this area is Southern Paiute, Shoshone. Our committee is Nez Perce, Onondaga, Apache, Sioux, Cherokee, Chumash. So it's a lot of people that have relocated here that are of Native descent that we got together and we started doing this powwow. And so as part of our means to be able to put it on, we have to do fundraisers. So that's what we're doing. It's on Homestead between Mance and I think that's Thousand Air, where if you get up to Lakeside, you've gone too far. Yeah.
So if you would like to come on by, you can stop by anytime during those times. If you still want to donate to the Pahrump Powwow, you can still do that, right?
Yes. In fact, I've been notified by a couple people that want to support the powwow, and they can't make it to the dinner. And so we are now set up that we can take your credit debit card. I can make arrangements to get together with you and pick up your donation, or just call me. You can call me or send me an email. The email would go to pahrumppowwow@yahoo.com, or you can call me at 775-209-3444.
If you're a business that would like to donate to this dinner, they can still donate some of those items, right, for raffles?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, stay tuned right here to News 25. We have much more local news for you just ahead.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Welcome back. Well, we're quickly approaching the 4th of July, and fireworks stores are packed to the brim this time of year. Area 51 Fireworks was up for a renewal of their license and spoke before the Board of County Commissioners during Tuesday's meeting.
At the most recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, discussion was had regarding a wholesale retail fireworks permit for Area 51 fireworks. Commissioner Blundo makes a motion to conditionally approve the permit until the August Pahrump meeting. It would be conditional on issues that were addressed at the RPC that they are appealing on regarding the fencing, the containers being removed from the property, and the encroachment permit being obtained. Commissioner Cox makes a comment.
If we're going to enforce it for one, we have to enforce it for all. And we have several of these companies doing this, and more containers coming in. And this has been an issue with me for a long time, but I thought the county was forcing them to move over to the industrial side of town, but nobody seems to be leaving. They're still there. But this should be, I feel, should be put in a heavy industrial area. Believe me, if they want fireworks, people will find them one way or the other. Well, town, county, wherever, it still is affecting residential properties and other business properties. And I think Mr. Lewis is right. You know, it's been brought to our attention, and if we don't address it now that it's been brought to our attention and something happens, yes, the county could be held liable. So, but I cannot just see enforcing it for one and not all. I think if you're going to enforce it for any of them, you have to do the same for all. And we're very close now to July the 4th, so we only have like two weeks left for them to be able to comply. So my suggestion is, at this point, we have to go ahead and approve this, and with his conditions, if he wants to, I'm not sure what conditions he wants to add other than, but I think after July the 4th, it should apply to all of them, and they all need to be looked at, and somebody needs to take care of business.
Commissioner Blundo makes a final comment before the vote.
The fireworks industry is good for this community to the tune of approximately $1 million a year with the shooter site, with taxes, with employment. They're one of the largest employers here in town. In the busy season, they're really swinging it out of the park. I will say this is about holding their feet to the fire, the accountability out of testimony I've heard in the RPC level, and I think this is considerate to all sides. I think this is a good compromise, and it's most importantly given that accountability. There is just one point of clarification. There was a word ammunition brought up. They are a fireworks company. They do not sell ammunition. So there's no ammunition stored there. Thank you.
Thank you. She was referring to something else, but that's all right. I call for the question. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Unanimous.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, let's take a look outside at our current conditions.
That's pretty.
That is a beautiful shot overlooking the Valley of Pahrump, but I see our camera shaking a bit. Those winds are kind of picking up out there. We'll take a closer look at what we can expect in our pre-Independence Day forecast when we return.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue. Today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 104 degrees and a low of 76. Death Valley, a high of 112 and a low of 81. Amargosa, a high of 100 and a low of 68. Beatty at 96.63. 88.54 on Goldfield. Tonopah, 86.53. Carson City, a high of 83 and a low of 50. Both Fallon and Fernley with highs of 89 degrees, with Fernley a low of 53 and Fallon a low of 54 degrees. Now today in Pahrump, we saw mostly sunny skies. Our high today was 99 degrees. 10-mile-per-hour winds coming out of the south-southwest with 8% humidity, and our sunrise at 5:30 this morning. Now for tonight, it's currently 98 degrees outside with clear skies. Our low tonight is expected to be 69 degrees with 8-mile-per-hour winds coming out of the south-southeast. Our humidity at 12%, and sunset tonight around 8:05 p.m. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, on Wednesday we're still going to be seeing those mostly sunny skies, and then Thursday through Saturday we're going to see a stretch of clean sunny skies. On Sunday we're going to have some clouds rolling in with some partly cloudy skies. We're going to clean up a little bit from Monday with those mostly sunny skies, then once again be clear and nice and sunny next Tuesday. For our temperatures, not too much has really changed since yesterday. Wednesday through Friday, this Wednesday through Friday, we're going to be seeing those temperatures up in those mid to high 90s, just between 96 and 99 degrees. Saturday and Sunday, we're going to get up in those hundreds with the highs of 101 and 100 degrees. Then on Monday, we're going to come back down to those high 90s with a high of 97 on Monday and then 99 next Tuesday. For our overnights, on Wednesday, we're going to be seeing a low of 70 degrees, Thursday a low of 69, and then Friday through next Tuesday, we're just going to be hanging out in those low 70s, just between 70 and 73 degrees. So now, if you can't make it home in time to catch the news live on TV, make sure to check out our Facebook page. You can catch the news live every night at 5, even when you're on the go. So now we're going to take it back to the desk with Deanna and Eunette.
Thanks so much, Michael. We do want to let everybody know about some of the events that's happening on Independence Day, because the Prump Nugget decided not to do their fireworks show this year that they traditionally do on the Saturday after the 4th of July. But we, of course, have our wonderful fireworks show here in town and our parade. We also have movies in the park. The swimming pool is open here and in Beatty. The fireworks with Zambelli Fireworks, which are accompanied by 103.1 FM, Ace Country Radio. If you tune in at 9 p.m., you can hear the music that goes along with that wonderful show.
That's right. And Beatty, Round Mountain, Tonopah, and Amargosa are all having separate fireworks celebrations. Beatty will be at Cottonwood Park, Round Mountain will be at Haley Subdivision, Tonopah's will be at Joe Friel Sports Complex, and Amargosa's will be at the Community Park, and all will be at dusk. And also remember that Pahrump and Beatty are also having Independence Day parades. Ours right here in Pahrump is starting at 9 p.m. in the Calvada Eye, and Beatty's will be down Main Street at 10 a.m., so have fun.
And if you want to join the parade here in Pahrump, you can call Linda Wright at 775-419-7857. They're still looking for entrants for that.
Really?
Yes, fantastic. Right. So you got to join.
Yes.
The Pahrump Fireworks launch site is open, and it's open right now until July 6th. It's open every single night from 7 p.m. until midnight. And you know where that is located at?
All right. And just remember that whenever you are celebrating this Independence Day week and weekend, remember to celebrate safely and use safe and sane fireworks.
All right. For more information on the fireworks launch site, which is located down there on Fox Avenue, you can get your permits from the fireworks store. When you purchase them, it's only $5. And so go and have a great time there. You know what I like to do is I like to go down there and watch people shoot off fireworks, because
I love it.
It's like a 2-hour or 3-hour show. So
Yes,
it's lots of fun.
beautiful.
So there's
beautiful.
lots of events.
We're already celebrating early here. Look at our red, white, and blue.
See?
Yes, look at our blue nails.
There you go. All right, well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Eunette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and we will see you again tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.